Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome to lesson number 4 in Islamic Inheritance. Currently we're discussing the الفروض, and in the last two lessons we've gone over the الفروض number 1, the ab, and the الفروض number 2, the jad. And inshallah in today's lesson we will be going over the الفروض number 3. So who is the الفروض or ashab al-furud number 3? It is the akh li slash ukht li ummin. Akh li ummin or ukht li ummin, which means maternal brother or maternal sister. Before we carry on with their conditions and what they receive, what he or she or they will receive, we need to understand who the maternal brother and who the maternal sister is. So when two individuals have the same mother but different fathers, they are considered maternal brothers or maternal sisters. Akh li ummin, ukht li ummin. We can understand this better, inshallah, through an example. So for our example, we have an individual. Her name is Maryam. Maryam gets married to Ahmed, and from Ahmed, they have a child called Adam. So Maryam gets married to Ahmed, they have a child called Adam. And then for whatever reason, the marriage relationship between Maryam and Ahmed ends. So either there's a divorce or the husband passes away. But for whatever reason, the marriage relationship no longer exists. After that, Maryam gets married to Yusuf. And from Yusuf, she has a child called Zayd. So now the relationship between Zayd and Adam is that they are maternal brothers. They have the same mother but different fathers. So this is what we mean when we say akh li ummin or ukht li ummin. As we did in the ab and the jad, we have a table here which shows to us the conditions of the akh slash ukht li ummin and what he, she, or they will receive. And like we did in ab and jad, we also need to memorize this part of the table off by heart, and we should memorize it off by heart, inshallah. So we should be able to say from memory, the akh ukht li ummin has 3 conditions. Condition number 1, he or she will receive 1/6 of the inheritance when alone and the ab, jad, ibn, bint are not present. Condition number 2, they will receive 1/3 when 2 or more and the ab, jad, ibn, bint are not present. Condition number 3, they will be mahjoob, i.e. receive nothing when the ab, jad, ibn, bint are present. Very quickly, an easy way to understand this is that there are 4 relatives we are looking out for. 4 relatives. So as soon as we see akh and ukht li ummin, the next thing we need to check is, are any of these 4 relatives present? The ab, ibn, the ab, jad, ibn, and bint. Are any of these 4 relatives present? If they are present, then it falls under condition number 3. And if none of these 4 relatives are present, then we need to check. Is the akh or ukht li ummin alone? There's only one of them, in which case he or she will receive 1/6 of the inheritance. Or are there 2 or more, in which case they will collectively receive 1/3 of the inheritance. Inshallah, we will better understand this through the examples. So condition number 1. The condition reads, which we should know off by heart, when alone, i.e. there's only one akh li ummin, one ukht li ummin. When alone and the ab, jad, ibn, bint are not present, then the akh or ukht li ummin will receive 1/6 of the inheritance. And just as a quick point, we should all know by now that when we say ibn, we mean ibn, ibnul ibn, ibnul ibn, so on and so forth. And when we say bint, we mean bint, bintul ibn, so on and so forth. So The example we have here is زوج أخ لأم أخ لأب and So over here we want to figure out what does the أخ لأم get. So the first thing we look out for are the four relatives. Is the ab present? No, the ab is not present. Is the jad present? No, the jad is not present. Is the ibn present? There's no ibn present. Is the bint present? No, there's no bint present. So none of the four relatives are present. After that, we need to see, is there one or more? So we can clearly see that there's only one akh li ummin. We have an akh li abin here. This is not the individual in question at the moment. This can be ignored. We have one akh li ummin. So the condition reads when alone. When alone and the abjad ibn bint are not present, the akh li ummin receives 1/6 of the inheritance. Another example for condition number 1, and again we'll say the condition out because these conditions need to be committed to memory. They need to be learnt off by heart. I can't understress that. When alone and the ab, jad, ibn, bint are not present, the akh/ukht li ummin will receive 1/6 of the inheritance. So in this example we can see zawja, ukht li ummin, and jadda. So is the ab anywhere? No. Is the jad anywhere? No. Ibn? No. Bint? No. So none of the four relatives are present, and the ukht li ummin is alone. There's only one ukht li ummin, and hence she will receive 1/6 of the inheritance. Condition number 2 is very similar to condition number 1. The only difference being, rather than saying when alone, we say when two or more. So when two or more and the ab, jad, ibn, bint are not present, they will receive 1/3 of the inheritance. So in the example, we can see zawja, akh li ummin number 1, akh li ummin number 2, and So is the ab anywhere to be seen? No. The jad? No. Ibn? No. Bint? No. And how many are there? Is there one or is there more than one? There's more than one. There's two over here. So as the condition reads, when two or more, then they will receive 1/3 of the inheritance. So what we do is we put a line under both of them like this together, and we write 1/3, i.e. together they will be given 1/3 of the inheritance. Now, one thing we need to make sure we don't do is make sure we do not write 1/3, 1/3. Why? Because this implies that each one of them gets 1/3 of the inheritance, which is incorrect. So what we need to do is we need to draw a line under both of them and write 1/3. This will tell us that both of them together will receive 1/3 of the inheritance. Another example for condition number 2. When two or more and the abjad ibn bint are not present, the akh/ukht li ummin will receive 1/3 of the inheritance. Example, we have here zawj, we have here ukht li ummin, akh li ummin. Ukht li ummin, akh li ummin. Is the ab anywhere? No. Jad? No. Ibn? No. Bint? No. So none of the four relatives that we are looking out for are present. Therefore, the ukht li ummin and akh li ummin together will receive 1/3 of the inheritance. Moving on to condition number 3. Condition number 3 reads, when the ab, jad, ibn, bint are present, then the akh or ukht li ummin will be mahroom, regardless of how many they are. So again, the 4 relatives that we were looking out for, ab, jad, ibn, bint, none of them are present. Any one of them are present. The ab, jad, ibn, bint, any one of them are present, and hence the akh slash ukht li ummin will be mahjoob. So if we look in the example, we have zawj, ibn al-ibn, akh li ummin, and So the question over here is, what will the akh li ummin get? So let's look at the condition. Condition number 3 reads, when the ab, is the ab here? No. Is the jad here? No. Is the ibn here? Yes. We can see here that the ibn al-ibn is present, and the ibn al-ibn falls under ibn, as we know, and hence we will write a meme underneath the akh li ummin to signify that the akh li ummin is mahjoob, i.e. he will receive nothing. So if you want to put a cross, if you just want to write nothing, that's up to you, inshallah. But for the sake of our course, we'll be sticking to the meme, inshallah. The meme meaning mahjoob. Another example for condition number 3. Again, we'll read the condition out because this condition needs to be learned off by heart. When the ab, jad, ibn, bint are present, then the akh li ummin or ukht li ummin will be mahjoob. In the example, we can see zawj, akh li ummin, ukht li ummin, and jad. So although there's 2 here, we will say that the jad is present. So from the 4 relatives, the jad is present. Hence, we'll draw a line under them both and write mahjoob. Or you could write mahjoob here, it doesn't matter. But for the sake of consistency, whenever there's multiple individuals in one type of the furud, it's easier to draw a line and write their collective share underneath the line. And if they are all mahrum, then collectively we'll write one meme mahjoob for all of them. Mahrum, mahjoob meaning the same thing. There's a technical difference, but for now, we'll take them to be the same thing, inshallah. So as we do in every lesson, inshallah, we'll start with some questions. We need to answer anytime we see a ab, a jad, or akh, ukht li ummin, we should be able to assign their share. Anytime we see a ab, jad, akh, ukht li ummin, we should be able to assign their share, because we are now progressing forward and we are building up on what we learn, and we can't forget all the furud that we've done before. So anytime we see ab, jad, akh, ukht li ummin, we need to answer the question and assign their share. And as is the case, and as we've always done in the previous lessons, inshallah, feel free to pause the video, get a pen and paper, write the question down, answer the question, and then play the video again to check the answers. So in this question, the akh li ummin over here will be mahjoob because of condition number 3, the ab is present. Sorry, so in this condition, I forgot to mention, in this condition, the ab will also be asaba. In this situation, the akh li ummin will receive 1/6 of the inheritance. We can see that there's no ab, there's no jad, there's no ibn, and there's no bint. And along with that, the akh li ummin is alone, hence he will receive 1/6 of the inheritance. In this situation, the أخ لأم will be محجوب because the بنت الابن is present. So according to condition number 3, we said أبجد ibn bint, and بنت الابن falls under bint. Hence, the أخ لأم will be محجوب. Okay, so in this situation, we have زوج ابن البنت أخ لأم أخت لأم and In this situation, the أخ لأم and أخت لأم together will receive 1/3 of the inheritance. Keep in mind that the ibn al-bint is not part of the ibn. So the 4 relatives we are looking at for is abjad ibn bint, and we said that underneath the ibn falls also the ibn al-ibn, so on and so forth. However, the ibn al-bint, like we discussed in lesson number 2, is not considered someone who can make other individuals mahjub. Basically, the ibn al-ibn doesn't fall under, the ibn al-bint doesn't fall under the ibn. There must be a male link only. So because over here we have a female link, therefore ibn al-bint will be disregarded. So again, we have an individual. Very quickly explain this again, inshallah. Muhammad. Muhammad has a son, and Muhammad has a daughter. Okay, then this son here has a son and a daughter, and this daughter here has a son and a daughter. So in Islamic inheritance, the relative that makes a difference is this one here. So we said ibn, ibn al-ibn, so on and so forth, bint, bint al-ibn, so on and so forth. So over here in this question we have ibn al-bint, and everyone on this side is disregarded, and it is the individuals on this side who make a difference. Moving on. So in this question, we can see that the akh li ummin and akh li abin over here, sorry, not akh li abin, the akh li ummin over here will be mahjub. Why? Because well, the ab is present, the jad is also present, and the ibn is also present. So the akh li ummin, according to condition number 3, will be mahjub. Over here again, we can see that the akh li ummin will be mahjub. Why? Because the jad is present and the ibn is also present. In this situation, we can see that the ukht li ummin over here together will receive 1/3 of the inheritance, because there's no ab, there's no jad, there's no ibn, and there's no bint present. Therefore, the 2 ukht li ummins over here will receive 1/3 of the inheritance. In this question, the ukht li ummin will be mahjub together because the jad is present. Also, I think I forgot to answer the jad in the previous questions. You should be able to answer them by now. Over here, the jad will be asaba. So I've given this question as a revision. There's no ukht / akh li ummin, but we should be able to answer the ab and the jad, inshallah. So give this a go. So the ab will receive asaba and the jad will be mahjub because the ab is present. in this question we can see أخ لأم أخت لأم أخت لأم, all three of them together will receive 1/3 of the inheritance. That brings us to the end of our questions. However, like always, please find a link in the description box for some after lesson questions. Have a go at our after lesson questions. Find the link in the description below. جزاكم الله والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله.